Starting lying down. And you can have your knees bent. If you want to just relax, you can just relax in Shavasana, but ideally you've got your legs bent, you've got your feet by your bum, or have your feet wide actually. Have your feet wide and have your knees knocking together so you're not having to hold them up. Hands on the belly, both hands on the belly. And closing the eyes if you haven't already, to start to bring your awareness to your breath. Your inhale, your exhale. And as you're breathing in, and you're filling your belly and you're filling your lungs, just notice this sense of quality of breathing, you know, this really drawing in that breath and filling the belly, filling the lungs. And when you get to the top of that breath, you can just part the lips and let the breath go, exhale. And it's always that first exhale, that first audible sigh that just feels like you're just releasing that tension that's accumulated through the day or the week. It's a really nice way to release of relief. So on the inhale, you're filling your belly, filling your lungs, and you're feeling the belly expand underneath your hands, filling all the way up to the top of the collarbones. Part the lips, let the breath go, exhale. Nice, slow exhale, lengthening that out breath until you're empty in the lungs. Inhaling, filling the belly, filling the lungs. All the way up to the top, nice, slow inhale, part the lips, let the breath go, exhale. And as you're resuming your normal breathing, you can just bring awareness to your back of your head, that connection with the ground, working down through the spine, the backs of the arms, and also to the feet. So your feet are nicer and grounded into the earth. You're earthed. And the intention of this practice will be that just exploring that place between effort and ease. I'll make it a little bit more restorative. Number one, it's an evening practice. Number two, what if you've got a bit of a headache? So we're going to keep it nice and restorative, but really notice that place between not trying but not trying, doing but not doing. And I'll cue this as we go through. Okay. On the inhale, you can bring the arms above the head. Bring your hands to prayer and really reach through your fingertips, ground down through the lower spine. Good. And on the exhale, you can bring the knees into the chest and hug around the knees, rock it out side to side. You're drawing those knees in towards the chest and you're feeling that sense of, releasing the lower back and opening the hips. Always such a good feeling. On the inhale, I want you to just hold behind the knees and then push your heels skywards. Can you bind your hands behind your knees maybe? And really flex your feet. Head's nice and rested on the ground. Release the shoulders. And you're breathing in to the hamstrings and breathing out, exhale. Inhaling. And on the exhale, you can just drop your feet by your bum. Drop your hands by your sides and push your hips skywards. So your heels are tracking underneath your knees. Your hands are nice and firmly placed on the floor beside you. So you're rooting through your feet and your hands, and you're pushing your hips up. And you're getting this sense of thigh stretching going on in front of the thighs. Good. On the inhale, you're going to drop your butt. Bring your arms above the head, keep those legs straight, bent, and then just drop those knees to the right side, look left, exhale. Releasing the breath on the inhale. Exhale. On the inhale, you're going to bring those knees up to center. You're going to bring your hands down by your sides and lift your hips skywards, pushing through your heels, lifting your hips up, and then grounding your hands beside you, pushing through all 5 fingers whole palm and the four corners of the feet. Really connect in with the feet, push the hips up, feel that stretch in your thighs. And then on the exhale, you can drop the butt to the ground, bring your arms above the head, and then drop those knees to the left, look right, exhale. Release the breath. Good. On the inhale, you're going to just bring those knees back in towards you. Hug around the knees, rock it out side to side. On the inhale, you're going to extend that right leg skywards, and you're going to bind behind that right leg, and you're sort of binding around the left knee and the right back of the right leg. So you just got one leg in the air basically, and you're pushing that right heel skywards as well. From here, you can just rotate the feet gently, just bringing mobility and synovial fluid into the ankle joints. Good. On the exhale, you can then extend that left leg all the way down to the end of the mat, and you're pushing, you can bind behind that right leg, and you're pushing that right heel skywards. Breathing in. And as you exhale, you can slide your hands up the back of that right calf muscle, yeah. You can keep that left foot on the ground if you want to be restorative, or you can just take that left foot an inch above the floor, flex that left foot as if you're pushing against that imaginary wall, and you're sliding those hands up towards the ankle on the right side. Big breath in. And on the exhale, I want you to drop that left heel, bend into that right knee, and then pull that right knee to the left side, open up the right arm, shoulder height, palm to sky, and just drop your right foot to the left knee, look right, release the breath. In your nice spinal twist. So you've got your left hand on the top of your right knee, it's just bringing a little bit of weight, just to bring it down a little bit more to the left side. Inhaling. Exhaling. On the inhale, bring your left arm above your head, roll over to the left side, drop your right knee onto the ground, rest your head on the side. You see it's going to be on the left side of your face, and just drop that right hand on your lower back. Okay. You can look up to the sky, maybe really opening up that right shoulder. And if you want to have a go at bending into that left knee and grabbing a hold of the left foot with your right hand, then go for it. So you're getting that bind. Again, you're pushing hand into foot and foot into hand. So you're getting that nice thigh stretch on that left front thigh. You're just resting your head. You can have your eyes closed here, and you're just breathing into the stretch. Imagining you're kind of trying to arc your back almost. Arch your back, arc your back, arch your back. Crescent moon shape on the back. On the exhale, you can release the bind of that left foot, and you're going to roll over onto your back and bring that right knee over the left, right foot over the left knee, and then bring that left heel skywards, and then bind your hands behind that left leg. So you're threading through with the right arm and binding around. And if that's too strong, or if you can't get it without doing that, then just hold on the leg. You want to be relaxed in the neck, really. You could just hold on the front leg. You're going to have to do a bit more work, just pulling that left leg towards the back of the mat, really flexing into that left up. And then if you've got the bind, you can just pushing that right elbow into the right inner thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. As you're exhaling, really release the shoulders, release the brow, release the lower back, just release it all. Straightening into that left leg, you're working into that hamstring. On the inhale, you can release the bind, just hold on to that left leg on each side of that left leg, and you're going to start to rock up back and forth, keeping that right foot over the left knee, and see if you can come up and keep your balance. And then you can come down with control into your Matsyendrasana. So you've got your left leg extended, right foot, and you can pull into that right knee. Pull that right knee towards you. Really sit, again, close the eyes here. So you're getting into your body. You can feel the sit bones are nice and grounded. Your left foot is flexed. Your right foot is nice and grounded. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your chin is slightly towards your chest. And you're breathing in and you're flexing into that left foot. And as you exhale, you just drop those shoulders. On the inhale, you can bring the arms above the head. Come into your prayer hands and lift up through your fingertips. And on the exhale, you're going to twist to your right side. I'm going to change over so you can see me. You're twisting to the right side. You've got that left foot nice and flexed. You're hooking that left elbow around that right knee. You're on those right fingertips, and you're looking behind you. Okay, you're sitting tall through the spine. You're breathing in. And you're breathing out. On the inhale, you can bring your arms above the head. And then you can counter twist to your left side. Okay. On the inhale, bring your arms above the head again. Got a bit lost here. Right, I'm going to come back this way. So technically, no, you want to go to your left side. Sorry, let me have a look. God, what's going on my left and my right? Hands down to your left side. Yeah, that's it. And then look behind you. And then you're going to bring that left hand behind you, push it, take it back a little bit. And you're going to roll over onto your left side. So you're going to roll onto the outside edge of your left foot and lift yourself up into your side plank. So you're doing that right. Yeah, you are. Good. So you're grounding through the foot. If you want to then bring that top foot to meet the bottom foot, so you're extending both legs, you can in a full side plank. If you're happy where you are, then just that's fine. You're just building strength in your arms and you're looking up towards that top hand. Okay, and then on the exhale, yeah, nice, Graham, go for it. See if you can come into starfish now. Go, Steve. Go on, Stephanie. Starfish. Lift that top leg up. Think starfish. Okay, good. And then you can just drop down onto your bum. Bring your knees into the chest. Hug around your knees. Bring your forehead to your knees. Exhale. On the inhale, you're going to slowly, with grace, roll backwards onto the back, keeping your knees into the chest. Hugging around those knees, rocking it outside to side. Again, you're drawing those knees in, so you're releasing the lower back and you're opening up the hips. And on the exhale, you're going to bind your hands behind your knees and push those heels skyward. So your ankles are together and your knees are together. Good. And on the exhale, you're going to drop your feet by your bum, drop your hands by your sides and lift your hips up. So your ankles are tracking underneath your knees and your hands are nice and grounded and you're pushing those hips high. You're feeling that stretch on the front thighs. On the inhale, you're going to drop your bum, bring your arms above the head in prayer or just resting over your head, it doesn't matter. And just drop your knees to the left side, look right, exhale. I might just leave you here for another breath, actually. It's a really nice twist, breathing in. And on the exhale, you can bring those knees up to center, bring your hands by your sides, push those hips up, push through the heels, push through the hands, and lift those hips in your kind of bridge. Exhale, you're dropping your butt, bringing your arms above the head, dropping your knees to the right side, looking left, exhale. Release the breath, release the knees to the right side, release the hips, release the shoulders, just try and release into the shape. You're not holding. That place between effort and ease. On the inhale, you're going to bring your knees back up to center and then hug your knees again. Rock it out. And this time you're going to bring your left leg skywards, push into that left heel, bind behind the left leg and over the right knee. And again, you can rotate the feet here. When you're doing this again, just notice the tension, just releasing any area of holding in your shoulders. Okay, good. On the exhale, you can then extend that right leg to the end of the mat. Drop that right foot to the ground for now. You're binding behind that left leg. You're flexing that left foot. So you're really pushing that heel skywards. You're breathing into the hamstring, breathing in. And on the exhale, you can then slide your hands up the back of that calf. And then you can lift that right foot off the ground, push against that imaginary wall. You're an inch above the floor. Breathing in. And you're really trying to lift it up. You're just working into the core here. And you're also working into the hamstrings. You're really bringing your hands towards that left ankle. Breathing out. On the inhale, you're going to drop that right heel, bend into that left knee, and then pull that left knee to the right side, opening up your left arm, shoulder height, palm to sky. Release the breath. Again, you might feel a little clank and a click here. Again, I always do when I do this. So I'm letting my left foot just rest on the right knee and my right hand is resting over the top of my left knee. Just putting a little bit of weight as I breathe in and I breathe out. I'm just swapping over again so you can see me. On the inhale, I'm going to roll over, all the way over to the right side, bring my right arm underneath my ear, and then drop my left knee onto the floor. I've got my left hand resting on my lower back. I'm opening up that left shoulder. My head's resting down, I'm not holding. And I'm going to bend into that right leg and see if I can just grab my foot. Probably, I mean, you can try a little toe side or big toe side. Feel which feels better for you. For me, it feels better to do little toe side, but it depends on your body, you know, so it might be better for the knee if you're holding it big toe side, but you can just try both. Either way, you're getting a nice thigh stretch on that left front thigh. Breathing in, sorry, right front thigh, and breathing out. Breathing in. As you exhale, you're releasing the bind, you're rolling onto your back, and you're bringing that left foot over the right knee and extending that right foot skywards. I'm going to swap back now. And then again, you're going to bind in between the legs with the left arm and around the outside of the right leg. And you're going to flex that right foot, push that heel skywards. Good. Flexing, so you're flexing both feet basically. And again, you can just breathe in, breathe out here. Really feel that sense of grounding through the back of the head all the way down to the lower spine. You're pushing that left elbow into the left inner thigh. Now from here, we're going to rock up. You can just release the bind and just hold onto that right leg. If you can keep the bind and rock up, great. If you can't, then that's fine too. I mean, I probably wouldn't actually. It just gives you a bit less kind of range. So you're just rocking up, seeing again if you can just get that. Woo, might take a few, get that balance. And then you can maybe bind when you're there, actually. And then you can drop that right foot to the ground and then bring that left foot to rest on the outside of that right knee. Again, you're holding onto that knee, flexing the right foot. You're sitting tall through the spine, rooting through the sit bones, chin just slightly towards the chest, breathing in and breathing out. Exhale, releasing those shoulders. On the inhale, bring the arms above the head. Exhale, you're going to twist to your left. On your fingertips, looking over the left shoulder, really hooking that right elbow around the outside of that left knee. Breathing in here. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms above the head. Keep that right foot nice and flexed. And you're going to twist to your right side. Again, I'm going to swap over so you can see me. And then from here, you're going to just bring that right hand still in line with your right hip. And you're going to roll over to the right side. So the outside edge of your right foot is grounding down and you're rooting through that left foot. And you're going to lift yourself back up to your side plank on your right side. You can look up to the left hand, spread the right fingers. So you're getting a nice amount of, you know, foundation on that right hand and really lift that left hip up. You can stay there or you can bring both legs together in full side plank. Then you're building strength, you're using core strength, and also you can have a little go coming to starfish. So really lift that top leg up, think starfish. Bring that top arm up to the sky as well. That's above you. Yeah, so you're building that strength. Nice, guys. Yeah, it's strong. Exhale, you can just come down. Bring the knees back into the chest. Bring your forehead to the knees. Release the breath. And on the inhale, you're going to release the legs and you're going to come over into your downward facing, your tabletop. And then from here, you're going to tuck your toes and come straight into your first downward facing dog of the day. Okay. So again, Gray, I'm not sure how you're going to feel here with your headache, but hopefully it's starting to disperse. I hope so. There's a lot of tension releasing stuff that we're doing. So you're walking into your dog. You can just shake it out, have a little bit of freestyle in your dog. Again, remembering to push through those heels, lift up those hips, release the neck, plug the arms, spread the fingers. On the inhale, you're going to roll over your toes into a semi-plank. So you're bringing your shoulders above your wrists. You're going to stay there on the inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to push yourself back into dog, pushing those heels towards the ground. Walk it out, step it out, pedal it out. On the inhale, you're going to roll over the toes into plank. Big breath in, and on the exhale, push back into dog. Exhale. it's a really good way to really work into the hamstrings here. Inhale last time, coming into plank. Exhale, push back. Into dog. And here you can walk, step, jump your way to the front of the mat. Coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do that 3 times. Release the neck. Coming up halfway on the inhale, you're just resting your hands on the shins. You're not collapsing into them. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Root down through all 4 corners of the feet. Check in with your feet. Release the neck. Inhale last time, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can just hang on to the elbows here and just have a little rocket out side to side. Just opening up the whole of the back body when you're doing that. Bend the knees on the inhale and then slowly wind yourself up to your feet. Bring your arms above the head. And here you can bring your hands down behind you in prayer, descending prayer behind your neck. Pull in your belly and lift your chest, lift your gaze. Inhale, bring your arms above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to do a nice, steady sun salutation. Release the neck. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, bring your hands down. Take your right foot back. Drop your right knee. Shimmy that left foot forwards. You know the drill, the alignment points. Inhale, bring your arms above your head. Ascending prayer. Exhale, bring yourself in descending prayer. So dropping your hands in prayer behind your neck and allowing yourself, your weight to fall forwards into that left heel. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Inhale, bring your hands down. Step back into dog. Exhale. Walk the dog. Roll over the toes on the inhale, come into plank. Come into vinyasa, you can come all the way down, keep those elbows nice and tucked, release your toes, lift yourself into a nice low cobra to start with. Exhale, come down, tuck the toes, butt to heels, exhale dog, walk your dog. Lift your left heel sky, your left leg skywards and your split dog. Open up that left hip, look underneath your right armpit, see if you can see your left toes, keep it nice and straight. Try and keep the weight coming equally through the left hand as much as the right hand. Inhale, square your hips, keep that left leg straight, look forwards, bring your left foot in between your hands, drop your right knee, release your right toes, inhale, bring your arms above your head, ascending prayer, exhale, descending prayer, fall into that left heel. Lift the chest, lift the gaze, inhale, bring your hands down, step your right foot to the left, coming up halfway lift, inhale, flat back, pull those shoulders down. Exhale, forward fold. 3 halfway lifts here. Release the neck. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So you're just waving gently into it. You're just coercing those hamstrings open. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, push through the feet, grounding through the feet as you lift up. Arms above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Keep traveling. Other side. Sun salutation on the left-hand side. Uttanasana, halfway lift. So there, remembering we're talking about the space between effort and ease. You're coming into Uttanasana. Take that left foot back. Drop the left knee. Bring your arms above your head. Exhale, come into descending prayer. You're falling forwards into that right heel. Shimmy that right foot forward a bit. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Inhale, hands down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread those fingers. Inhale, roll over the toes into your vinyasa. Again, you can come all the way down. It's early in the practice. Releasing down on the inhale. You're coming into cobra. Release those shoulders. Ground through the hands, elbows nice and tucked. Exhale. Tuck the toes, butt to heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting that right leg skywards. You look into the back of your mat, straighten into that right leg. Open up that right hip, keep that right leg straight. Look underneath the left armpit, see if you can see the right toes. We're trying to lift that right hip above the left. Square the hips on the inhale, scoop that belly, right foot between the hands, drop the left knee, release the left toes if I were you, it's up to you. Arms above your head, inhale. Descending prayer, exhale. So you're just lifting your chest, lifting your chin. Inhale, hands down. Taking the left foot to meet the right, coming up halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, curl up through the spine. Arms above the head. Exhale. Hands to heart. Do again. Let's keep going. Find the flow. Place between effort and ease. You're finding your flow as you inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down, take that right foot back, drop the right knee, inhale, bring your arms above your head. Exhale, descending prayer. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Inhale, hands down. Step back into downward facing dog, walk the dog. Release the breath. Inhale, roll over the toes. Really try and find that really nice sense of flow in your vinyasa as you exhale. You can come down or keep yourself above the floor if you prefer, lifting into cobra or up dog. Rolling back over the toes, keeping the legs straight. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg straight up to the sky, opening up the left hip, looking underneath the right armpit, see if you can see the left toes. Inhale, square the hips. Look forwards, bring that left foot in between your hands and right foot to follow. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Release the neck. Bend the knees, inhale, curl up through the spine, arms above the head. Get that sense of rooting through your feet. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Keep traveling through. Place between effort and ease. You might be able to straighten into your legs a little bit more now. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Pull those shoulders down. Exhale, hands down. Left foot back. Drop the left knee. Inhale, bring your arms above your head. Ascending prayer. Exhale, allow the weight to fall forwards into that left heel. Bring that left foot forwards a bit. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Inhale, hands down. Stepping back into dog. Exhaling. Inhale, roll over the toes. So when you're rolling over the toes, look towards your belly as you come then into plank. Spread those fingers, exhale, come down. Keep yourself above the floor if that's available to you. Graham, keep it a little bit restorative. Keep your knees off the ground if you're up for that. Tuck the toes, keep the legs straight. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting that right leg straight up to the sky. Open that right hip. Trying to track that right hip over the left hip, pushing equally through the right hand as much as the left hand, looking underneath the left armpit, seeing if you can see the right toes. Square the hips, scoop the belly, look forwards, bring the right foot in between the hands, left foot to join. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, curl up through the spine. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Finding your flow. Keep traveling. We're going to come into chaturanga. So come into uttanasana, forward fold. Release the neck. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, when you come into your chaturanga, you're bending your knees to the point you can actually ground your hands, and then you're shooting your legs back straight into plank. Straight into plank. Exhale, come all the way down into up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, keep your legs straight. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg straight up to the sky. Keep the hips square this time. Really straighten into that left leg. Keep your hips dead square to the front of your mat. Look forwards, scoop your belly. Bring that left foot in between your hands. We're going to come up here to high lunge. Inhale, sweep yourself up. Good. Inhale, your arms above your head. Bending into that back knee, get that nice straight spine. Good. I'll come here so you can see. Exhale, you can just bring your hands down, bend into that back leg. Inhale, straighten into that front leg. You're on your back toes, you're having to cultivate balance here, and also lift your gaze up to your fingers. Exhale, bend into that front knee and your back knee, come back down. Inhale, straighten into both legs. You're on your back fingertips and look up towards your hands. Exhale. Back down. And here, I want you to come into Garuda. I'll show you quickly. You're going to propel yourself forwards and bring that right foot over the left knee and the right elbow underneath the left elbow. You can bind that right hand behind the left leg. Go for it. I'm going to mirror you. Okay. You could be that. You can just rest that foot. Or you can have a go trying to get into your balance. Check that bottom foot is straight. On the inhale, you can lift those elbows a little. And on the exhale, you can just sink a little bit deeper into your Garuda. Exhaling. Look down. On the inhale, you're going to unwind yourself and step that right foot back to your warrior two on your right hand side. Exhale. Warrior two, right hand side. Exhale. So you've got your left knee in front of you. Good. Gorgeous. Inhale. Keep that bend in that front knee. Exhale. You're going to come into your side angle pose. You can rest the elbow for now. Look underneath the armpit so you can see the sky. Little finger towards the face. From here, you can then hover that left hand just above the ground, reaching to the front of your mat with your right hand, looking underneath your right armpit, hovering that left hand just above the floor. On the inhale, you can then bring that top arm to rest on your lower back, straightening into that front leg. And then you can propel yourself forwards and see if you can come into your half moon pose from there. Remembering to look down first, and then you may feel ready to lift that top arm up towards the sky, lift open that hip, and you may be able to bring your gaze to that top hand. Good. Steve, have a go and see if you can grab that back foot while you're there. Have a go. Can you grab that back foot? That's the next stage. Okay. Inhale, you're going to step back into your warrior two on your right side. Exhale. It's a bit too much on a Monday night. Easy peasy, releasing the shoulders. Check your feet heel to arch. Inhale, drop that back hand on your back leg. Reach up with that left arm. Straightening into that front leg. Look forwards, exhale. Reach forwards with that left hand. Rest that left hand on that left shin, halfway between the ankle and the knee, and then open up that right shoulder. Release the breath. And then on the inhale, you can lift that right arm skywards. And then again, you can just maybe just rest the back of that left hand on the inside of that left leg. Hold your weight with your core. Breathing in your Trikonasana. And breathing out, gorgeous. On the inhale, you can bend into that front knee. Bring your hands down and shimmy yourself forwards, or sideways actually, into your pigeon toe Padottanasana. So you've got your fingertip, you're on your fingertips, your hands are underneath your shoulders. You're in a sort of flat back, if you like. And then on the exhale, you're going to wave forwards 3 times. Releasing the neck. Inhale, halfway lift, lifting your chest on your fingertips. So you're aiming for that flat back, your toes are nice and kind of pigeoned. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can just hold on behind your ankles, or you can hold on to your elbows and just rock it out, upside down. Straightening into those legs. Breathing in. And breathing out. Gorgeous. On the inhale. Breathing in, exhale, you're just yielding forwards a little bit more, just letting the weight come into the crown of the head. Inhale, you can just come up halfway lift. And then shimmy yourself to the front of your mat. Step back into your dog, exhale. Walk the dog. Roll over the toes. So you're looking towards your toes. You're coming into your plank with that kind of wave. Exhale, coming down, keeping above the floor, lifting yourself forwards and up. Knees off the ground. Actually drop the knees, have a little moment to rest in Balasana, child's pose. Exhale, dropping your forehead to the ground, open the knees wide, up towards the heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Checking in with the breath, checking in with the body. Few breaths here. Okay, so on the inhale, you're going to curl up, hands and knees. Nice, your hands are nice and spread, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time you're going to lift that right leg straight up into your split dog, keeping your hips square to the front of the mat. I'm going to just plug in. So you're really keeping that right leg nice and straight, hips square. Push the heel, back heel towards the back of the mat. Look forward, scoot the belly, and bring that right foot in between your hands. Okay, on the inhale. Sorry, I don't know if you lost me there. So you've got the right foot between your hands. You're going to lift yourself up. Exhale, bring your hands down behind you in descending prayer. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Inhale, bring your arms above your head. And then exhale, you're going to do this kind of waving down with your hands, bending into both knees. Inhale, lift up, straightening into both legs. You're on your back toes, cultivating balance from your gaze above your head. Exhale. So you're really trying to find your proprioception, getting that sense of balance. So you're pushing through those back toes on the front foot. Exhale. On the inhale, this time you're going to bring your arms above the head. And as you do, you're going to push, you're going to propel your weight, and you're going to wrap that left foot around the right and the left elbow underneath the right elbow. Garuda. Again, I'm mirroring you. So for men, normally, you can't necessarily bind your foot. It's quite normal. You might be able to. A lot of men can't do that. So you might just be like that, and that's fine. Or you might be like that, okay? You're trying to get that balance. And on the inhale, you can just lift those elbows away from you. And on the exhale, you can just bring that weight forwards. Bringing the gaze down, releasing the breath. And on the inhale, you can unrelease the bind and then step back with your left foot into your warrior two on your left-hand side. Exhale. So right knee in front of you. Drop your hand behind you. Reach up in your reverse warrior. Good. Exhale. You're going to come down in your side stretch. Just drop that right elbow onto the right knee and then reach over the head with the left arm. Right palm towards the sky. Hopefully when you look down, you're going to be heel to heel or heel to arch with your feet. And then you're going to look up underneath that left armpit. You're really reaching to the front of your mat with your left hand. And you're opening up so you can see the ceiling potentially. And you can stay here, take it up a little bit. You can just hover that left hand above the floor. Breathing in. And breathing out. As you exhale, you can sweep that left hand and just rest it on your lower back. Look down and then shimmy yourself up into your half moon pose on your left side. Nice, guys. So Tomo, you can now start to bring your gaze up. Nice, well done. Good. It's easier on one side than the other. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. So you've all stepped out of it pretty much. Maybe Stephanie, you haven't. You stepped out of it. You're back into warrior two on the left. Back into warrior two on the left. Drop that back hand, straighten into that front leg. Reach up with that right arm. Pull that left shoulder open. Pull in your belly. Exhale, look forwards. Reach forwards. Don't lock out that right knee. But you're coming into Trikonasana. Again, you can just gently rest your hand on that right shin. Open up that left shoulder. And then lift that left arm up to the sky. And then again, you can turn the back. You can rest the back of the right hand on the inside of that right leg. So you're using your core strength to hold you in Trikonasana. Breathing in and breathing out, remembering those two panes of glass on each side of you. You're trying to fit between them. Inhaling. And as you exhale, you can bend into that front knee, sweep that left arm and come back into Padottanasana. Well, actually, rather than have Padottanasana, we're going to have our feet facing away from each other, actually. So you've got your hands underneath your shoulders. Pretty hard to see me because you're kind of on the side here. So your feet are facing away from each other. And on the inhale, you're going to just lift yourself up. And then come into your horse pose. Horse pose. You might want to open up your feet a bit wider. So what you're aiming for here is to, you don't want your knees collapsing towards each other. You want to be pushing your knees away from each other. Your hands are here in prayer. And from the side, my back is quite straight. I'm not like that. I'm like that. Okay. And I'm pushing my knees out. Building strength. On the inhale, you can lift that right heel off the ground. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the right heel, drop that butt a little bit. Inhale, lift up, drop that, lift that left heel off the ground. Exhale, drop the left heel, release the breath. On the inhale, lift both heels off the ground. And while your heels are off the ground, you can drop your butt a little bit more, push those hands together, breathe. And then you can drop the heels, pigeon toe, and then come back down into Padottanasana. You might even want to bring your arms behind your head and just bring your arms if you're trying to touch the floor in front of you, because that feels really good after that. Inhale, you can drop the hands. Again, hands resting underneath your shoulders, coming into flat back as you lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold. You're waving forwards, releasing the neck completely. Crown towards the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, wave forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Just thinking what we do now, whether I take you here, but we will. Let's do it. Let's have a little go. We're going to bend down come down into our side squat. Let's do it. Have a go. So you've got your hands here, and then just see if you can rest. You might be on your left side or your right side. I don't know. Depends on how you're looking at me. But you're going to bring whatever elbow of that side, and then see if you can bring your hands together in prayer, and then see if you can lift up. It's not so great for people that have got knee problems. You can be here if you feel like you've got this and you're pushing your hands together. You can see if you can lift that, probably your left foot. So your toes are facing the sky. Push those hands together for stability. It's all fun. Exhale, drop your hands. Lift yourself up and shimmy yourself to probably your left side, but not necessarily. Exhaling. Again, if your knees are hurting, it's not necessarily an ideal thing. Bring your hands together in prayer. So you can just rest the elbow, pushing into the outside edge of that left foot. And then you might be able to lift yourself back up, thinking like in horse pose, you're trying to get that straight spine. Push the hands together and then see if you can lift those right toes towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down. Tuck your foot, push yourself back up on the inhale, and then shimmy yourself to the front of your mat, step back into your dog, exhaling. Roll over the toes, looking towards your belly as you do that nice waving into your plank. Exhale, you can come all the way down if you like. Release the toes, lifting yourself up or pulling yourself forward and up into up dog. Exhale, butt back to heels. Exhale, you're pushing yourself back into child's pose. Good effort. Inhaling, exhaling, resting that forehead. Checking in with the breath, checking in with the body. Good. Last few breaths, breathing in nice and deep, feeling that expansion of your diaphragm as you're really breathing into the ribs. And as you exhale, you're just releasing all breath from the lungs completely. And as you do that, you're just releasing a little bit further into the shape. I think I said this to you before. They say they recommend you do this for 5 minutes a day, this particular pose. Again, for some men, it's not so comfortable. They need to tuck the toes. I don't think any of you guys fall into that category, but sometimes it's more comfortable to have the toes tucked. Just really try and release that weight. In fact, I was doing it last week. I was lying on people's backs. I'm teaching a couple of guys, they're boxers, so it's always fun. They're not that strong. They're not as strong as they should be, really. And I'm literally lying over the back of them. So it's bringing the weight of the butt down towards the heels. It's really good. I'm going to do that with you guys when we get into a room. It feels really good. It's a bit scary, but it's really good. It helps you get that stretch. Okay. On the inhale, you're going to come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to have a little go at just tucking the toes from here on your knees, and then just bringing yourself up onto your knees. Bring your arms by your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Okay. Ustrasana. We haven't done, I don't think I've done this with you. I might have done this. No, I haven't done this with you. The little go. This is really good. I've also noticed for men, because you don't back bend that much, you've got less flexibility and give and range in your lower back. So this is a really good way to cultivate, just trying to get some more flexibility into the lumbar spine. So I want you to lift your right arm up, support your lower back with your left hand, look up, and then from here, look left, but keep your hips square to the front of your mat. Actually, look at me, watch me do it first, actually. Sorry, watch me do it first, probably better. So I'm reaching out in my right hand, I'm supporting my lower back. I'm leaning back, still supporting my lower back. I'm going to look down, still keeping my hips square to the front of the mat. And I'm going to see if I can touch that left heel with my left hand. And then I'm going to look up. Hips continue to be straight, square to the front of the mat. Bringing my arms up. Exhale, doing the same thing, keeping my hips square, left arm up, and then reaching back to see if I can reach that right heel with my right hand. Okay, so have a little go. So start with the right arm up. Protect your back, hold your back. Look down, but keep your hips square to the front of the mat, and then see if you can rest your hand or even the fingertips onto that left heel, and then look up towards the sky. Release the breath. On the inhale, you might want to lift yourself up. You might want to support yourself on the way up. Bring that left arm up to the sky, prayer hands. And then on the exhale, you're going to do the same. You're going to just look down to the right side. Keep those hips square, because you can injure yourself if you're twisting and lifting. And now look down and see if you can just bring that left hand down to the top of that left heel. Well done, Steve. Looking good. Inhale, come lift yourself up. Now bring both hands down, rest both hands on your lower back. What you want to do when you're trying to aim to bring your hips forwards. Now, some of you might not be able to bring your hands to both heels, and that is really fine. It's the first time you're doing it. You might just want to have a little go, but you have to protect the back. You have to support the back. Eventually, what you're aiming for is that. Then you'll be able to bring one hand, keeping those hips square, and then the other hand onto your heels and lift that front body forwards. Don't release the neck. Have a little go. And if it's too strong, then don't do it. Nice stuff. Push those, nice, Steve. Push those hips forwards. Nice, Tomo. Really push the hips forward. What you're aiming for is those front thighs to be straight, like vertical, literally like that, the tops of the legs, which is hard to do. You're just supporting the back to start with. I have injured myself doing this pose, which is why I don't do it very much. But I'm doing it with you because you just got to keep the hips square. Nice, Steve. Really, really good. Come up. Good, Steffi. Come up. When you come up, support the back ideally as well. Next time. Okay. And then you can just drop your butt and then swing your legs forward. So drop your butt down and your legs forwards. And then you can just bring the knees into the chest, actually roll back onto the floor, knees into the chest. Again, you're easing any tension out in the lower back, just rocking it out a little bit. Then you're going to drop your feet by your bum, hands by your sides, push those hips up, pushing through the feet, pushing through the hands, lifting the hips. Big breath in. From here, you might want to bind your hands underneath you, really lift those hips high. You can do that first. Lift those hips up. And then you want to see if you can make a ledge with your hands. So you can literally rest your hips on your hands and then come up into your half shoulder stand from there, and then either stay there or lift yourself up into your full shoulder stand or come straight into plow, whatever you want to do. So, at this time of day or night, it's also quite nice to just do a little half shoulder stand, which, you've got, like you're doing, Graham and Tomo, your hips, your hands are quite low down your back, which is quite nice. And just have a little freestyle. Just feel what your body needs. You could even bring your legs back into Garuda, where you're crossing the legs over if that's appealing, or the soles of the feet. Yeah. So you're doing what we did on the floor. Maybe we'll do that next time. We'll do this sequence again next week, and we'll bring Garuda in with your shoulder stand. Go for it, Graham. Yeah, you got the vibe. Brilliant. Keep those hips square. Nice. And then swap sides. Next time, what we'll do, I'll tell you next time actually, is we're going to straighten a leg and see if we can bring the toes down, but that's next time. Okay, you can come down when you're ready. Nice, Steffi. Bring those knees back into the chest. Last time, just to have that little sense of freestyle, and then you're going to just drop those knees. Either you can drop the knees now, or you can drop the feet and then drop the knees to the right side, up to you. So either you can just drop the knees to the right side straight away, or you can drop the feet and then drop the knees to the right side, looking left, opening your arms in the air. By now, you're going to have so much more mobility and flexibility in your spine. The aim of the game here is just to really allow on the exhale to fall into this shape. You're not resisting. You're just allowing your body to release into it. Breathing into the space you create when you stretch, that place between effort and ease. Inhaling, you can bring the knees up to center and drop them to the other side. Exhale. You know, you can be looking the opposite way, or you can just have your gaze looking upwards if you don't want to strain your neck. Again, this is all about just pleasing yourself at this point, you know, just doing what feels good for your body. Breathing into that twist. Wringing out that tension in the lower back. Inhale, you can bring the knees up to center. And on the exhale, you can extend your legs coming into Shavasana. You might want to bring the arms above the head, or have a little play, or just have your arms beside you, or whatever feels good. You might want to have just one final stretch, bring your arms above the head, and then you can just bring your hands beside you with your palms facing the sky. Or you can have your hands on your belly. That's also good, whatever feels good. So just bringing that awareness back to the breath, allowing the breath to be soft, the body to be heavy, the mind to be still. And as you breathe in, filling the belly, filling the lungs, as you exhale, you're just releasing the whole of your body just a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. So I'm going to leave you here so you can enjoy your Shavasana with no pressure.
Thanks for joining me. It's a full house tonight. It's great to see you, as always. Sleep well. Waving back, sending love and a prayer. Namaste.